Everyone once thought that he and I would walk side by side until the very end. Even me, until the day he said he was getting married. I was born in a small village, a place where every morning people woke up to the sound of roosters and the faint smell of smoke drifting through the dirt roads. My family wasn't wealthy. We didn't own much land. We had no name, no reputation. My father used to say, living a quiet life is enough, So since I was young, I never thought I would become someone important. I wasn't talented. I wasn't special. If I stood in a crowd, no one would notice me. If I had to describe myself, I was just someone who was used to standing behind others, watching them move forward, while I stayed where I was. But he was completely different. He wasn't born into wealth either, but he had something I never did. People noticed him. Since he was young, he stood out. He learned faster, fought better, did everything with ease. But what people remembered most was his smile. It was bright, like sunlight at noon, effortless, yet impossible to ignore. People in the village often said, "That boy won't stay here forever. He doesn't belong to this place." I met him on a windy afternoon. The sky was grey, the ground still damp after the rain. A group of boys surrounded me, pushed me down into the mud, their laughter loud and sharp. But I didn't fight back. I just lowered my head. I was used to it. Until someone stepped forward and stood in front of me. "Don't touch him." His voice wasn't loud, but it was enough to make everything stop. I looked up and saw him for the first time. There was nothing cold in his eyes, no anger either, just certainty. After that day, he became a part of my life, naturally, as if he had always been there. We walked to school together, passed the same dirt road every morning, sat under the same tree at noon. He talked more, and I listened. He always walked ahead, longer steps, faster pace. But after a while, he would stop, turn around, catch up. I would run toward him, sometimes out of breath, but no matter what, he never left me behind. Some days, we did nothing at all, just sat by the river, throwing stones into the water, watching the ripples spread. He talked about distant places, the capital, the world beyond, places I had never seen. I didn't understand everything, but I still listened, because it was him. One afternoon, the sky was impossibly blue. The wind moved gently through the fields. We lay on the embankment, silent for a long time. Then he spoke. "In the future, I'll stay by your side." His voice was soft, like he didn't think it mattered. I turned to look at him, but he wasn't looking at me. He was looking at the sky. I didn't ask what he meant. I didn't question it. I just nodded, as if it had always been true. Back then, I didn't know that one day those words would become the thing I remembered the most. Years later, we left that village behind. That morning looked just like any other. Nothing felt different. And yet, I knew, from that moment on, things would never be the same again. He walked ahead, just like always. Didn't turn back, but I knew, if I ever stopped, he would come back for me. The first time I stepped into the capital, I could barely take it all in. Red lanterns hanging everywhere, voices overlapping, street vendors calling out, the smell of hot food filling the air. I stopped for a moment, not knowing where to go. Then he grabbed my wrist. "Stay with me." His hand was warm, firm. I didn't ask anything. I just followed. We rented a small room, not big, just enough for the two of us. Sunlight slipped through the window during the day. At night, the wind crept in through the cracks, Everything was simple, but somehow it stayed with me, because in that room there was him. Life slowly settled. Every morning we trained together, sweat soaked through our clothes. He was always faster, but he would still turn back. Hold your stance. His hand would rest on my shoulder, adjusting my posture, close enough for me to hear his breathing. There was a small tea house at the corner of the street. We went there often, sat in the same place. He liked strong tea, and me. I always ordered the same as him. Some days, we didn't talk much, just sat there, watching people pass by, and somehow, it never felt empty. One day the rain came down hard. We ran under a small roof to take shelter. The rain was so heavy, it blurred the entire street. He grabbed my wrist, pulled me closer. Don't get soaked. The distance between us suddenly disappeared. I could see the drops of water sliding down his hair, falling one by one. I didn't pull away, and he didn't let go. That night, it was colder than usual. We lay on the same bed. The blanket wasn't wide enough. He pulled it slightly toward me. Don't catch a cold. His voice was low, barely above a whisper. I turned my back to him, not because I wanted to sleep, but because I didn't dare turn around. I started to notice there were moments when he looked at me for a long time, long enough that when I turned to him, he would look away without explanation. Spring arrived. Flowers bloomed across the streets. The entire city softened into color. He stood among the crowd, then turned back to look at me. Stay here a little longer. I didn't ask why. I just nodded. One night we drank together. Lantern light swayed gently in the wind. He said, "Stay with me," then stopped, didn't finish the sentence, and I didn't ask. Later on, I spoke first. "Will we still be like this?" He didn't answer right away, just looked at me, his gaze deep. Nothing will change. That night, the moon was bright. Silver light reflected across the rooftops. We sat close to each other, so close that if either of us moved just a little, we would touch. He tilted his head back, looking at the sky. "In the future, if I get married." The wind passed between us. "Will you still stay by my side?" My chest tightened. I looked at him for a long time. "I will." I used to think, if I had just said one more sentence, "I want to stay with you for the rest of my life," maybe things would have turned out differently, but I didn't. After that, everything stayed the same. He was still beside me, still called my name the same way, still slowed down, waiting for me. As if that night was just another ordinary conversation. Only there were a few times when I caught him looking somewhere else for a long time, and that look wasn't meant for me, but I never asked. One afternoon, sunlight slanted through the window. Dust floated quietly in the air. I was sitting there, wiping my sword. Then he walked in, his steps neither fast nor slow, just like any other day. "I'm getting married." His voice was calm, no hesitation, no pause. As if this was simply something that was meant to happen. I didn't hear the rest. His lips were still moving, but everything else felt distant. The sounds around me faded, and I felt like I was no longer there. The days that followed, I lived like nothing had changed. I woke up on time. I trained like before. I walked down the same streets, stopped by the same tea house, ordered the same tea he liked, only I no longer sat across from anyone. He found me in the middle of a crowded street, Are you avoiding me? I shook my head. No. I've just been busy. My voice sounded normal, so normal that even I couldn't recognize it. He looked at me, not the way he used to. Are you unhappy? I stayed silent for a long time. People kept passing by us. No one stopped. No. What if I looked at him? I said, I don't want you to get married. The wind slipped between us. Then what? He didn't reply immediately, just stood there, looking at me. For so long, I almost believed he would say something that could change everything. But in the end, don't say things like that. His voice was soft, not cold, not angry, just enough to end everything before it could even begin. That day, the capital was filled with noise, red lanterns everywhere, music echoing through the streets, people smiling, offering blessings. I stood among the crowd, watching him in his wedding robe, bright red, standing beside someone else, someone more suitable, more right for his life. For a brief moment, he turned his head. Our eyes met, not long, but not by accident either, as if he knew I would be there. And then he looked away. That night, I returned to the rooftop, the same place. We used to sit together. The moon was still bright, the wind still blew. Everything was exactly the same, except there was only one of me left. He came, no wedding robe, just the same white clothes he always wore, like nothing had changed. I still came, he said. I smiled. I know. He stood there for a long time. What if, just what if, I didn't get married? The wind brushed past us. His hair moved slightly, and the sentence was never finished. I didn't ask him to continue because I knew if he did, I wouldn't be able to let go anymore, and he didn't say another word. He turned away, stepped down from the rooftop. His steps were slow, but he never stopped. And this time, he didn't turn back. Years passed. That street was still there. The tea house was still there. The rooftop was still there. I still walked by, still sat in the same place, still ordered the same tea. Only the person who used to sit across from me was gone. Someone once asked me, "Have you ever loved anyone?" I thought about it for a long time. Then I answered, yes, but that person was never mine. Do you think he ever loved me, or was I just someone he never wanted to lose?